setbacks, disappointments, discouragements, disillusion, fear. These are all things you're going to face on the road to success. Learn to enjoy them, because if you think that when you get to wherever it is you're going, that everything's going to be great, you've missed the whole point of life. The joy truly is in the journey. Let's talk about setbacks first off. In my own life, I've had many so-called failures and setbacks, losses, disappointments. And I fought against some of them, even after there was no reason to. It was futile, but I just couldn't let go. Looking back in retrospect, I see God had a plan which far outshined my plan. Even though I wanted to have my own way, I didn't get it. Even though I was right, even though I won, even though I did the right thing, etc., etc. It just didn't work out the way I thought it should. So after being beat down into submission by a God that I didn't understand, that I didn't really like at the time, I realized that there was a part of me and a part of everybody and a part of everything that knew the future, the past, the present, that actually no past, present, or future. Well, only the present existed for this force, this energy, this God, if you like. And what I've learned in my life is that if I allow that to run the show and not try to stick so rigidly to my plans, that it works out better than I can even imagine. Now, not in the immediate present moment does it seem to work out better. Sometimes I don't understand. But in retrospect, looking back, all the terrible things that happened to me and my family, which if I told you, you would think they were terrible. Not as terrible as some people, but terrible for us. I lost my kids several times, but not to death. They're still alive. There are some things worse than death. But I'm not to compare this to a death in your family. I've had deaths in my family also. The point is, we have to trust something other than ourselves. Because if we don't, what do you do when you come to the end of yourself? When you've done everything you can do, you can't take any more action, and when you try to take some action, it actually just becomes worse. And sometime in your life, you're going to come to that point, to the end of yourself. Who or what will you turn to then? Some people decide to eliminate themselves. I've had those thoughts in the past. When I come to the end of myself and I wasn't willing to surrender to whatever was seemingly destroying my life, but to build a new building in the same place, or to build a house in the same place that one existed before, to build a good house or a good building, a strong one that will last through the storms of life, you must tear out the old foundation and build a new one. And in your life, if you want to reach the heights, you may have to have your foundation torn out to rebuild and to build a new one that will last through the coming storms and the adversities you're going to face to achieve your desired goals, to fulfill your purpose here in this life. Now, maybe you're sitting there thinking, you know what you should do, what you really want to do, but you're afraid. You're afraid you can't do it. Who was it? Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right in both instances. The choice is yours. Live a life of regret or live a life of risk and reward. Sure, you're going to fail. You're going to fall down. No, let me take that back. You're not going to fail. You're going to be set back. You're going to be knocked down. But the only way you can fail, possibly fail, is if you don't get back up. So remember, get back up, get going, press forward, move on, trudge the road of happy destiny with myself and many others that you see and believe to be successful. You're a success today if you are pursuing your goals, your dreams, your vision. If you're taking constructive, positive action towards that. If you're sitting there depressed, in fear, worried, afraid, watching TV, playing video games, and not doing what you have in your heart to do, that desire deep down inside of you that maybe you've never told anyone about because you're afraid they'll laugh at you. If you're not pursuing that, then you are truly failing. But if you get up and move towards that, no matter how many times you seem to fail, if you're persistent, consistent, and you persevere, you will achieve that vision that God has put within your mind. The one that you try to push down, the one that you try to eliminate, but it keeps coming back up. Because that is what you came here to do. And until you do that, you will not know true fulfillment, happiness, and joy, no matter how much money you make, no matter what girl you get, no matter what job you get, no matter what you take or ingest, drink, or eat. There is no substitute for that. Think about that. Take care, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you later.